What is up, you guys? It's your girl Krishani, and I am back with yet another reaction video. So what's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I will be reviewing 1,000 Pound Sisters season 5 episode 7, Deal With It. Y'all, Amy, like I said, I had it up the hill with Amy. But let's get into this episode. So at the beginning of this episode, it's Amy and Chris outside. So Chris is basically checking up on Amy because he hasn't talked to her since the whole blow up at the Zumba class. And he just wanted to make sure that she was cool and that she was cool with her sisters because, you know, they getting ready to go on this vacation. And he like, I don't need no drama. I'm trying to make sure everybody had peace before we get on this plane and go. So, you know, she's saying she still feels some type of way because she felt like they just was ganging up on her because she didn't feel good. No, that is not why they're ganging up on you. First off, you've been giving them lip and attitude for I don't know how long, since you left Michael. So it's a lot, and like it's a lot that play into it. And then like I feel like she was just being super dramatic, but she claimed that she was really sick, and she ended up getting yelled at because she was sick. So it is what it is, Amy. It's just it's nothing wrong with being sick, but the way that she acts and behaves just like a toddler. That gets on people's nerves. Like, you are a grown woman, act like it. So that was that. So Chris just basically was letting her know, like, hey, I'm worried about you. You know, you need to get your health, you know, your mental health and your, you know, physical health back on track. And, you know, just pull yourself together because you don't really have a choice and you have to do it for the boys. So that's basically what he was talking about. Next, it shows Tammy and Amy, and they're going to get their feet done. Now, you want to know something? Amy, you trifling. You is dead behind trifling. Dead behind trifling. Like, ain't no way. Anyway, before I get into it. So, they get in there. So, Tammy said that she wanted to go because, you know, last time she went, she was too scared of, wasn't able to go up the steps. So, the salon owner said, hey, you know, put in the work, lose weight. And she was like, if you're able to walk up these steps, she was like, your pedicure will be on me. So, you know, Tammy was like, baby, I'm gonna drop this weight. I'm gonna go and get my free pedicure. As you should, Tammy. As you should. And plus, like, that was so sweet of the salon owner. She really didn't have to do that. But I like that she did extend that. You know, that was a little nice, you know, way to motivate Tammy to do better and take care of herself. And, you know, she get pampered if she was able to complete the goal, which she did. So I thought that was so sweet. So, you know, Tammy like, girl, I'm back, you know, and lady was like, you know, what's the special occasion? She was like, oh, we going on vacation, Y'all, when Amy lift up her foot and I saw the black on the bottom of her foot, now, I know people have calluses. I done seen callus. But my thing is, that was dirt. That was dirt. Why would you come in them people establishment and have them to basically have to wash your feet, something that you should have did? And that told me that you ain't bathing like you're supposed to. Because when you get in the tub, whether if you taking a bath or a shower, if you taking a bath, your feet soaking. When you in the shower, you on your feet and the water running down from the top to the bottom. So even if you ain't take a rag and wipe the bottom of your foot shouldn't be black as smut like that. And that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, did they just come from the house and she was just chilling at the house? Because that's not good. Or have she been walking around in flip-flops all day? Either way, she was trifling for the way she came into that establishment with them dirty behind feet. If I was that, I know that lady was cussing. Because I was. And then she over there scraping off, you know, the skin. And because your feet dirty, she said it's like black little pepper flakes or whatever. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. Like, I ain't never seen nothing so trifling in my life. I was like, Amy, get it together, poo-poo. Get it together. You can't be going outside like that. Like, in these people establishment with your feet dirty and you did not try to reach them off for nothing. It's just, Anyway, but the lady was happy to see Tammy. You know, she went ahead and painted Tammy toes. Tammy toes looked really nice the way she did everything. And, you know, they was ready for their trip. So that was that. So next scene, it shows Tammy. She's getting a package from the door. And that package was actually from Caleb. So she was just talking about how she think it is sweet that even though they're not physically together, Caleb still makes an effort to send her things to make sure that his presence is felt, basically. So, you know, I thought that was kind of sweet, especially because he has been, you know, effing up the past couple of weeks. So that's the least he can do, was try to do like a little nice gesture to get back on her good side. So she FaceTimed him, and basically he said he wanted to get her, you know, the essentials, just do kind of like a care package. And he made sure he put like all of her, you know, smell good stuff, and he even put like some air freshener in there. So Tammy was like, what you trying to say, I'm stank, I need to bathe? So, you know, she was joking, and he was like, no, I just know you like, you know, smell good stuff. And he was like, I couldn't decide which one. He said, so I just bought them all. So I thought that was kind of sweet. And you know, basically she went ahead and asked him, well, you know, since we talking, how you doing with this weight loss journey? He went to, oh, I'm working hard to try to get home, which we know is a lie. He basically said in the confessional, like, hey, I've been overeating like an MF over here. Like, I've been, anything that ain't nailed down, I've been tearing it up. So he telling her one thing, but in the confessional saying something else. So anyway, that's that. Nothing new with Caleb. Nothing new. Next, it shows Tammy, Amy, and Chris together. And Brittany, which is Chris's wife, she was there. And they're going to get spray tan because they want to be, you know, tan and, you know, I guess look nice for the beach. They said that they didn't want to look, you know, basically white or like look like some snowballs on the beach. So they was in there, and Amy got spray tan first or whatever, and then it was Chris, which I was shocked. I didn't think Chris was gonna get a tan. And Tammy didn't get anything, neither did Brittany. So I feel like that was a little filler scene. So that was that. Nothing too much happened. So after that, they go shopping for some swimsuits. So it's Amanda, it's Misty, it's Tammy, and Amy, and they're all looking for swimsuits. And basically they're just trying to find something that they feel comfortable in. Tammy didn't find any swimsuits that she felt comfortable to wear, because she was like, a lot of it is cut out and, you know, backless this and, you know, skinny this. So she just did not feel comfortable, which I completely understand. You know, because she's in the process of losing weight. And like I said, just baby steps, baby steps. I know one day Tammy gonna get out there and she gonna be putting on the whole dog and pony show when she's ready. But right now she like, I want to be as modest as I can. So she said, I really don't see anything here for, you know, for myself. So Amy tried on the outfit, as well as Misty and Amanda. So they found their little pieces for the beach, and that was that. Next it shows Chris and Brittany, which is his wife, and Tammy. They're all in the car together riding to get ready to go to the airport to get on the plane. And basically Tammy is just talking about how she's super nervous about getting on the plane, but she's gonna do it. She just really wants to try to tackle a lot of the things that she wouldn't normally do in the past. And I feel like that's really good for Tammy. You just really see her blooming like a flower, literally, this season. This is something that we all have been waiting for Tammy to take her life seriously and to take back control over her life. Now, Amy, you know, she was putting on this whole, you know, a whole tantrum, talking about that she did not want to get on the airplane. So why? I don't know why, because I sure would have told her either airplane or no trip. But Amanda's son was nice enough to drive her down. So it's him, the two babies, really three, because Amy. Him, the two babies, and Amy. And they all riding down that long trip or whatever. And I was like, Lord, I am praying for his sanity. I am praying for his sanity. But, you know, he must really love his auntie or his mama, whoever got him to do it. He must really love them, because I know that was a challenge. Driving that long in a car with some kids and Amy off and on, flipping, crying, cussing you out, and smiling in 3.5 seconds. That's a lot to deal with. It's really a lot to deal with. So they was like, I know it's going to take Amy forever, but you know, our trip is only going to take an hour. So Tammy go ahead and she on the plane, and she was like, okay, you know, I was excited because I saw that, you know, even though I bought 2 seats, I only really needed 1, and the seat belt worked. Now, she did start looking crazy when that turbulence went to going like that. She was looking like, baby, who? Because I'm going to get off this plane. But she said once she got used to that, she said she actually did enjoy it, and she said it just felt like an adrenaline rush for her. So, you know, she landed, she made it safe, and, you know, everybody was just like, they're proud of Tammy for, you know, just challenging herself and tackling the things that used to be scary for her, or used to be just not an option because of her weight. So they're all pulling up to the Airbnb, and the Airbnb is very nice. Like, when I saw the outside, I already knew the inside was going to be beautiful, which it was. So, you know, everybody was just checking out the Airbnb. Tammy went outside to the back, and she was like, yeah, like, you know, this is what I wanted to see. But it was kind of bittersweet for her because, you know, of course, she wanted her husband to be there. And, you know, they had talked about going on vacations and having a honeymoon and everything. So she was kind of sad. She was happy, but she was sad that he wasn't there with her, which is understandable. It is, especially with her being a newlywed. I completely understand. So then it flashed to Amy, the boys, and Amanda's son. And, you know, Amy is talking about how she just aggravated and she ready for this ride, this trip to be over and all this other stuff. Girl, wasn't you the one that said that you didn't want to be in the plane that only took an hour? You want to take this 9-hour trip with 2 toddlers? Who are you complaining to? I felt so bad for the nephew because the whole ride you just sitting there complaining and crying and all this other mess, and he still have to listen to 2 babies in the back whining. It's just, why would you do that? Like, why? You should have just stayed home. You should have just stayed home. If you was going to bring that energy to this vacation, you should have just stayed home. That's that. The family, everybody lost their weight. Everybody is more mobile. And they just want to have a really good time. Tammy is finally able to go to the beach. And you already in the car being negative. And you upset that you having the ride and it's taking all this long. And you was the one that said that you wanted to do the car ride and not the plane. Amy, stop playing with us. Stop playing with us. Like, I just... And then she keep talking about she's so tired. She's tired. She's tired. Why are you tired? Are you still not sleeping with your CPAP machine? I know Tammy is doing a lot of the work when it comes to parenting. Tammy already said y'all co-parenting with the kids and she don't got now. I just don't understand, why are you so tired? It's not like you're doing this by yourself. You had to support your family. Like, oh, she got to deal with it. Like the name of this episode, deal with it, Pooh. You a single mommy. Deal with it. You getting a divorce. You already said that you don't want this man to have joint custody, so you fighting for full custody, but you over here crying in the episodes when you got full custody, right? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's the next day, and they're getting ready to leave to go to the beach. So basically, you know, they said that they understand that Amy, you know, gets tired, so they was like they were going to let her sleep in and all this other stuff. So they got the kids, fed them, you know, everything was set up. You know, Gage was the only one up because the baby they had fed, and, you know, he ended up going back to sleep and all this other stuff. So, you know, they was like, hey, you know, how did you sleep and all this other stuff? And she talking about, oh, I'm tired because of the boys. How, baby? How? You ain't have them this morning and you slept in. No, you be staying up late at night. Like everybody say, you stay up late. And then you want to blame them boys for you being tired. Amy, get out of here with the foolishness. You with the foolishness on the vacation. Like, I thought you was going to leave that at the house. I really did. But I should have known better. I should have known better. So basically, they getting ready to leave. The boys are throwing this tantrum that they normally throw. that they learned from their mama. So they're throwing this tantrum, and then now all of a sudden you're crying, oh, I'm crying, I'm ready to go home, and I should have never came. You should have never came. How are you already stressed out and you ain't been around the boys 2 seconds? Like, literally, was this lady taking care of her kids, or was she not taking care of her kids? Was it really Michael? I'm starting to feel like it was Michael at this point. The way she act, it seemed like she did not have to do this on her own. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Like, it's not making sense to me. Like, have you or have you not been doing this on your own? Because ain't no way this man left and then all of a sudden, you just don't know how to be a parent anymore. You don't know how to be a mama. Like, it's not making sense. You have to take care of your children. Like, I don't understand. You have to take care of yourself. And after you take care of yourself, take care of your kids. But this whole, I want a pity party and I'm crying every 2 seconds, we can't take it. We can't. I'm not even your family and I can't take it. We already got these 2 babies to deal with, and they have a reason to cry because they're young. They don't know how to communicate. You're grown. You should know how to communicate without crying. You should know how to communicate without being nasty and cussing and chewing people out. You should know how to communicate without storming off from the rest of the group. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And we're on vacation. We're trying to have fun. This is day 2. We just got here. And I feel bad for the nephew because I know he was sitting there listening to some foolishness from the time he left all the way down till he got to Pensacola, Florida. I feel so bad for him. And if I was him, I would have told her, baby, I am not taking you on this trip. We finna get on this plane if you want to go. And that would have ruled her out of the trip and everything. Y'all would have had a good trip probably. So anyway, Amanda stepped in and she like, look, they just tired. One of them ended up going to sleep while she's still sitting there crying. It ain't been a whole 20 minutes. One of them had went to sleep. Half the time when kids cry, they either hungry, tired, or sometimes they hot, frustrated, or just confused. It only could be certain, like a limited of things when they're that young. It's not even like come on now, Amy, come on. So they get there to the beach, and Chris got a special wheelchair for Tammy, and it's supposed to be able to go over, the beach sand. And at this specific beach that they're at, it's actually wheelchair accessible, which I thought it was cool. I didn't know we had a wheelchair accessible beach here in Florida. I think that's really cool that they have that in Pensacola. And Tammy is getting in the chair, but she's having issues trying to get in the chair. Amy looked dead at her sister about to fall out the chair, her and Chris struggling. And you think Amy walked her lazy behind over to help? No. She looked up, act like she didn't understand what Tammy was asking of her, and kept it moving. Same thing with Misty and Amanda in the back. If she's saying, hey, can y'all help, whatever they was dealing with the bags was not that serious. It was not that whatever. And I even seen Misty walking over and acting like she was going to put something down. But then in the next scene, Tammy was still hanging out the damn wheelchair about to fall on her face. I was so confused. I said, now, is this the editor's editing or something? It just was not making sense. But my thing is, why it took so long for y'all to help throw that lady leg back in the wheelchair? That's all y'all had to do. That's all y'all had to do. Y'all don't need her to get no more injuries. We finally got Tammy to do what Tammy need to do. So anyway, that kind of irked my nerves. That kind of pissed me off when I saw that. So anyway, now they're at the beach and Chris proceeds to take off his clothes, and baby, he got him some short shorts with his white face on it. I thought that was hilarious, and she straight turned red. She really did. She was embarrassed, but I thought it was cute. He just letting everybody know, like, hey, I'm taking, and he was like, y'all couldn't handle all this sexiness. Chris is hilarious. He really is. Chris got to be one of the biggest personalities on the show. I feel like he's pure comedic. He's a comedian at this point. He really is. Some of the stuff he be saying, I be like, Chris, that's off the wall, off the chain, like we said, off the chain. So next, they're all was like, okay, We done played, sunbathed a little bit. We finna go ahead and get in the water. So they asked Tammy, did she want to go down? Tammy like, no, I'm chill here. Tammy says she's really worried about being, falling. She doesn't really want to fall, which I do understand because she's just now getting active. So, and walking on the beach is hard itself for me. So I can only imagine it'll be hard for her, especially because she's just trying to get back mobile fully. So she was like, I'll just stay here, da 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 da. So Amy like, I don't know why everybody looking like they ain't never seen no fat people before, da 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 da. Everybody is looking, no, they seen fat people, baby. In Florida, if they live in Florida, they done seen fat people. They done seen people of all shapes, sizes, skinny, fat, thick, whatever. Florida make them any kind of way. They make them all, okay? They were looking at you guys because y'all have TLC camera crew outside. Not to mention, you guys are on a show that's been on air for years, so they probably realized who it was and was just looking. Like, come on, Amy. Like, cut the crap. Cut the crap. They was not looking at y'all because y'all was plus size. At all. Anyway, like, Amy be getting on my nerves. She be wanting this pity party. Like, it's not even, oh. So the next scene, it shows them at a seafood restaurant, and they ain't even really got in the restaurant yet, and the kids back throwing the tantrum. So the kids throwing the tantrum at the table and all this other stuff, and one by one, each one of them try to take the kids out to soothe their nerves, to, get them to calm down. It seemed like nothing is really working when it comes to Gage. The other baby done chilled out or whatever, but Gage is still upset, for whatever reason. He's not feeling it. So basically, after Brittany tried to calm him down, Amanda go ahead and pick him up. And, she takes him down outside the restaurant, and she's trying to rock him and, get him to, calm down. So they decide to take that moment to basically reiterate to Amy, like, hey, you see how you crying and breaking down, talking about you can't do it and all this other stuff. Like, you can't do that. They saying, like, basically you still have to pick up the pieces and do what you have to do as a mother. Suck it up. Deal with it. Like the name of this episode, deal with it. You can't still be stuck on, oh, I'm a single mother now. From my understanding, you always been a single mother, even when you were with Michael. So just continue the same routine that you were doing before, and put on your big girl drawers, like I say in every episode, and keep it moving. But no, she want to sit here for this pity party that nobody wants the invitation to. Nobody's going to egg you on because you're grown. You decided to have these kids. You decided to lay down and have these kids. And kids are going to be kids. Kids are going to cry. And like Chris said, it seemed like she flip out and cry every time the kids cry, which is something normal. And he was like, you can't do that. We can't have that. So I don't know what's going on with Amy at all. Like, it's giving lazy. It's giving dramatic. It's giving you doing too much. You're doing too much. And when you're a mother, you have to remember that we are so connected to our babies. We really are, because we carried them for 9 months. They heard our voice. Our voices is one of the voices that they recognize. They even share some of our emotions. When they were in our stomach, we was upset. Sometimes that would aggravate them. If you were happy and laughing and stuff like that, they would feel that. They could feel everything. The same thing when they outside the womb. So if you over here flip-flopping, you don't think they finna be flip-flopping? If you over here laughing, kikiing 1 second, and then you busting out crying, you don't think they finna be doing that too? If you over here throwing tantrums sitting on the floor in the gym, you don't think they finna do that in the middle of a restaurant? You are the one that teach them how to handle and deal with their emotions. If you don't have yourself in check, your kids going to be out of whack. And that's exactly what you're seeing. And Tammy never really had much control. I mean, not Tammy. Amy never had much control over them kids anyway. Because even when Michael was there, them kids used to be running around acting the fool, throwing tantrums. So I don't understand what's the difference. That's why I say it seemed like somebody was telling the story, and Michael might have been doing a little bit more than just playing the video game. Because I don't understand how you're so exhausted and you just can't do it anymore because this man that did nothing for you is not there. And it's like to the point where you're on vacation and you can't even enjoy your vacation because you want to sit here and, like I say, have a whole pity party, and nobody wants that. Everybody just want to chill and have a good time. So basically, it ended with Amanda saying, you know what? I'm just going to take Gage and I'm going to go to the house since, Amy don't want to be a mom and parent her child and get him together. So I'll do it. So then once she see that, basically Amanda came back and was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go home because she just aggravated. She pissed off. She wanted to enjoy her vacation, but she got to deal with Amy and her foolishness. So then Amy was like, oh, well, I guess I'm gonna go then. What? You should have been that left, and Amanda should have been able to stay, and you should have took your butt back to the house. I am so sick of Amy. I am. And in this next episode, like, I was kind of disappointed because I thought this was going to be the episode where she trying to swing on Amanda or whatever. But this not even the episode when all that went down. So I was a little bit disappointed. So it's showing that it'll be on next week's episode. So we'll see about that. But basically, Amanda and Amy left. And, Chris and them continue to talk about the foolishness when it comes to Amy. I'm just sick of her at this point. I'm so sick of her. I am. She has to get it together. She has to get her attitude together. Like I said, she is not the first single mother. Won't be the last. Won't be the last. I have no words for her behavior. I have no words at all. She acts like a huge child, a big baby, and it's ridiculous. And then she expect her kids to know how to act. They don't know how to act because they just doing what their mama do. That's it. They see their mama don't get her way and start going off and cussing and crying. What they gonna do? They gonna go off, throw a tantrum and cry. They doing the same thing that she do. It's just really ridiculous. But that was all for this episode. I really feel like it was a filler because I feel like they're trying to draw up the anticipation for the next episode because that's when everything really kind of blows up. So we'll see how it goes. That episode really wasn't much to me, this episode today. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next week when the next episode is uploaded. Peace, you guys.